6:52 back here with your Sunrise Smart Start before we head out this Thursday with team coverage of these fires burning through Canada. The ones in Western Ontario having the greatest impact on our air. We're going to have James tracking the numbers. First, though, let's go with Ron live downtown following the impacts.
Brennan, lots of smoke outside. You can't miss it as soon as you walk out the door. Very ominous out here. And experts say that wildfire smoke can actually be worse than typical urban pollution because the fine particles can make their way deep into the lungs, making it worse for people with respiratory conditions. And climate change has led to more intense heat waves and droughts, which in turn cause more fires on our landscapes. Those particles can trigger asthma attacks, worsen heart and lung conditions, and cause irritation for people who are very sensitive to poor air quality, especially for people with asthma, COPD, or other lung or breathing complications.
Governor Hochul has directed us to do is to make masks available to every county that wants it so that those counties can then share them with their sensitive groups, vulnerable populations, and other individuals who may need them.
Besides having a mask, if you so choose, experts say that you should keep your time outdoors at a minimum and using central air or AC on recirculation mode, which can help limit your exposure until the smoke moves out. Brennan?
All right, Ron, thank you. James here at the desk with the AQI, the numbers.
Yeah, 154 right now. It's been holding at that number really for the past few hours. Which is good. I'd rather have it hold than go up. I think up is really the only option here. So we'll see if that trend does verify, as the forecast is showing that number does push up closer to 200 later today. That is something that we are watching. Otherwise, a couple of sprinkles. There were closer to Dansville earlier this morning. And then numbers get into the upper 70s and low 80s for some spots, but I would trend down with the numbers because of that haze. Look toward the weekend at the end of the show, Brendan.
All right, thank you, James. Some quick other headlines here. A third person responsible for the torture and killing of Sam Nordquist in the Finger Lakes has pleaded guilty, and she'll be sentenced coming up later this summer. Wednesday, Jennifer Quijano, also known as Brooklyn, pleaded guilty to every count she faced. Two others, Emily Motica and Precious Arzuega, pleaded guilty to their charges earlier this year. Nordquist, a 24-year-old trans man, came here from Minnesota. His family says he was meeting in the Finger Lakes with Arzuega after speaking to her online. Sam was tortured and beaten for weeks until his death, kept at Patty's Lodge in Hopewell. His body found in a field in Gates County. We've heard of a pending federal case, and the defense for Quijano tells us that could carry the potential for the death penalty. Sam's family speaking to that.
I think about Sam crying and screaming and begging for help, and no one was helping him. That's what I think about in the courtroom.
I don't necessarily agree with the death penalty for the simple fact that I want them to have done to them what they did to Sam. Death penalty is the easy way out. It's hard to feel any kind of way about that. I can go either way with it.
Quijano will be sentenced coming up September 8th. There are 4 other defendants still awaiting their trials in the coming months and then getting to the new year. Monroe County is launching a new community-wide survey to gauge support for nonstop flights from Rochester to San Juan, Puerto Rico. The results will help show airlines what type of demand there is for that trip, a connection local leaders say makes sense given ROC's large Puerto Rican population and strong travel ties. The survey is available in English and Spanish on the airport's website. It will also be shared in person at upcoming music events as well as the Puerto Rican Festival. Your sunrise traffic before we go, 5 minutes till 7. Just want to show you that view over downtown, the haze in the sky, the DOT message boards up along the expressways, also giving notice of that air quality alert. We hope this time tomorrow and certainly by next week it will look much different there on the camera. Yep. And with this, James, we'll say, yes, we have the smoke, but these temps were brought way back down. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we were thinking upper 80s yesterday, but that didn't happen at all, as we just had low 80s. So we'll go that number today, partly cloudy tomorrow. And then there's the rain for Saturday. The trend has been kind of scattered showers, have been less intense than what we've seen in the past few days. So for those that are like, can I just get a couple hours on Saturday afternoon? I do think that does happen. So don't think it's a washout of a day there. Sunday is certainly going to be the better of the 2 days. Should carry into Monday as well before a couple of thunderstorms by Tuesday.
But we got a couple of raindrops yesterday up toward the lake.
Did you?
I was like, wow, what is this?
Fighting through.
Brief, just for like 30, 45 seconds.
Yeah, sprinkle.
Yeah. On the podcast this morning, second cup of sunrise. I'll explain the conversation I have with my girls about this smoke, how to explain it to them, what's going on in Canada. And they were worried about people living in the woods, about fairies, animals,
my kids
things
also
like that.
super curious about where's this coming from? Why is this happening? So yeah, interesting conversation.
We'll have that and more from 9 to 9:30 on the streaming app. CBS Mornings on the way, top of the hour at 7.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.